Today I'm going to show you how to uplift the interior of your Porsche if it's equipped with 918 bucket seats and go from something like this to something like that. But let me give you a quick backstory. A couple of months ago, I retrofitted these OEM 918 bucket seats into my 911, and it completely transformed my driving experience. I now sit a little lower, they hug me well, they perform amazing at the track, and they also look the part. Since they came out of a GT3 RS, they came with these Alcantara inserts, which are absolutely fantastic. They also had their GT3 RS headrest, which I did replace for these Porsche crested one. I did a DIY video. I'm going to link it for you as well. Even though the actual carbon fiber is nice, the actual seats seem kind of boring and they don't fit the sort of funky nature of my car. I mean, I've got a lot of yellow deviated stitching and yellow accents and all of that. So I kind of wanted to do something similar, yet special. And this is what I came up with. Starting with this custom-made headrest, I wanted a yellow 911 sign in the middle just to kind of tie in with what I've got going below. And what I have going below is this woven pattern. It's leather and Alcantara with this yellow stripe and two tiny slits on each side. If you get into a GT3, for example, Porsche does have a similar pattern, but they put the stripes on the side, not in the middle. For me, I wanted to get something that kind of works for me. And in my case, a center stripe works a little better because it kind of, you know, it's centered, it's symmetrical, it ties in now with the logo. It just looks a lot better than the side stripe that OEM GT3 cars are equipped with. I also did something funky that I haven't seen anyone yet do. I made a video on this bolster protector that I installed a couple of months ago, and it works absolutely fantastic. Great quality and an amazing price. What I did was I bought another set and I installed it on this side, and it fits very well because this one is technically made for that side, so it's got a hole on that side for buttons, but you don't see it. And I did the same thing on the passenger side. So now I've got both sides that are not really protected, but they look kind of new. And I like the fact that I'm not damaging the original leather that's underneath. I'm damaging whatever the aftermarket leather is, and actually it looks a lot better than OEM leather. And all these cool things I got from the same seller. I do have to say that I am not affiliated with them. I simply clicked on the link, customized what I needed done. They were amazing to work with. Their prices are absolutely incredible. And to me, it's a no-brainer when it comes to customizing the interior of your Porsche for a lot less than what you can see on some of the more popular websites. In the video description, I'm going to show you exactly how you can order the same product if you're interested in doing it yourself. But now let's get started with swapping this stuff for some of the new stuff. Removing the centerpieces is pretty straightforward. You just stick your hand behind and drag it out. You've got Velcro here that attaches to the seat. No brainer. And then the same thing with this. It just sort of lifts up. And then down here, you do have a lip that you want to, or you need to remove it from. That lip is essentially a C-clamp. So this C-clamp sits on this edge. So when you go to install it, remember that you've got to make sure that this seat clamp clamps onto the edge of the seat. Now that I'm back in my garage, I can show you exactly what it looks like and what the process of swapping it out looks like. First and foremost, the product is shipped very secured, so don't be worried. Now, it does take a couple of weeks. It took about, I think, 4 or 5 weeks to get these made and shipped, but it's worth the wait. We're going to get started with swapping the seats. This we're going to save for last. So let's start with the seat back. It is actually pretty straightforward. You'll be amazed how easy it is. You've got these Velcros here that you just simply unvelcro. You have to pay attention to this. You've got Velcros in these grooves. Now, you don't simply want to pry it out because you will rip the Velcros from the foam. So you want to hold the Velcro that's attached to the foam with one finger, and pry the seat with your other finger. That way you're not ripping it from the foam. Do it slowly. And do the same thing with the other groove. Again, you see? Hold it and it'll stay in place. And bam. This is what it looks like. Great product, great quality. But we're moving on to something even greater. Again, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like in the back. Super high quality. Velcro looks exactly the same. It's probably even stronger. Now, attaching it to the foam is not tricky because you've got these alignment lines. What I did with the driver's seat, I flipped it inside out like that, and then you take your Velcro strip and attach it to this groove. Make sure everything is centered. It looks to be centered. And you do the same thing with the next one. Make sure it's centered. So that way you know that everything is aligned. Then you flip the top and then flip the back. Make sure the edges are tucked in. If you're happy with how everything looks, you can start flipping the Velcros on the other side onto the foam. And that is really it. Check it out. How cool is that? So now we can do the same thing with the seat bottom. Seat bottom is a little trickier because you've got this center piece for your 5-point harness. You can see the OEM seats have that, you see? Let's unclip it all. Out with the old and in with the new. By the way, the seat foams are OEM, they're high quality, made in Poland. What a proud moment for me. Anyways, let's put these on. Just like with the uppers, you start with the Velcro first, but you want to pull this Velcro first through. It will get stuck in the foam, so what worked for me is you just put a piece of masking tape here. So as you pull it through the hole, it doesn't unnecessarily get stuck onto other materials. Check this out. Because now it simply slides into this hole. So you can pull it as you see fit. And this will also allow you to, let me just flip it, align it. Because without it, you will be guessing where is left, where is right. Now you know that this is sitting in the center and you can align it as best as possible. And just like before, you flip it over, make sure everything sits in the grooves. And this is your finished product, top and bottom. Let's go ahead and install it. Installing it is super simple. First thing you need to do is, again, make sure that C-clamp, you see, this C-channel sits on the edge. So that's the first thing. You just have to feel for it. I can't even show it to you. Forgot to remove the tape. And simply lay it flat. Nice and easy. And now do the same thing with the seat back. And we're done with this piece. And for comparison purposes, this is what the setup looks like without the yellow logo headrest. And this is what it looks like with. In my mind, yellow headrest definitely ties in with the stripe because without it, there's something missing. All right, now it's time for me to squeeze into the back seat and swap this thing out. I made a video on it. Again, I'll have it linked for you in the description, so I won't go into deep specifics on how to do it. It is pretty straightforward. It just requires some patience and me squeezing into the back seat. I will do it for you super fast. Put a piece of tape on the edge, then grab a screwdriver that's not flat at the tip insert it into this groove, and you want to pull these clips, see, that are in the edge. Do the same thing on the other side. The top ones you may have to do by hand. There you go. And then take it out. You want to take out the foam, and you also want to take out these clips and transfer them to the new headrest. And now that everything is transferred, you start from the front. You again have a channel that you have to put it in, and then first put in the channel and then put the foam in. And now for the kicker, you grab a set of pliers through the clip and you bend the clip inwards, which I know it's hard to show. I did a video on it so you kind of get an idea. Again, flip it inside. As long as you get the first clip in, there you go. Everything will fall back in place. Before you click everything in place, you kind of have to get in the front to make sure that it's aligned properly. Ask me how I know. And then we can click everything in place and be done. Looks to be aligned. You can do some cleanups. You can tuck the edges in before you click everything in place. And once you're happy with it, click it all in place, remove the tape, and you're done. Now that was a tight squeeze, but at the end of the day, we're able to retrofit these beautiful inserts and the headrest, which in my mind really enhance the interior of this car. And in case you're wondering, getting in and out, really there's no difference. They do feel absolutely fantastic. For me, this was the perfect amount of customization, and I absolutely love the way it looks. It feels great on my butt, but now it's time to put some miles on it. So I'm gonna get out of here, but I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.